You have a few nice compact sedums. These are more of your ground cover types, correct?
Right, and this one is a Sun Sparkler series, and so far what we have in this Sun Sparkler series is a cherry tart, which has a nice red to it. Then we've got dazzleberry, which is a little bit purpley red, and this lime zinger has been really strong, and this one usually has a little bit of a brim, you know, for a little bit of added color. And when they come out of dormancy, the sedums, when sedums come out of dormancy, they are so fun because you know, they've got the dainty foliage and then they crown up. I love watching them.
They really go through a progression throughout the season.
They do, because you know, they'll come out and their foliage will change color a little bit, and then they bud up, and then the flower buds are really, really appealing and pretty. And then before you know it, then we've got little flowers, and the butterflies love the flowers. So if you want butterflies, you need to plant sedums.
All right, what do you have in your hand there?
Well, now, again, breeding to be a little bit shorter and more garden friendly. There's a kudos series of agastache, and I'm so sorry it's not blooming, but you know, it's spring.
Yeah, it's not the right time
Not
yet.
the right time.
I'm amazed how small the foliage, though, is on this one.
Nice and dainty, and the common name for agastache is hummingbird mint. So you've got the nice spears of tubular flowers. It's in the mint family, so it's aromatic. So you've got aromatic foliage with a nice texture to it, like you were pointing out. Then you've got your nice tubular flowers. It's just an all-around perfect plant, in my opinion.
Sometimes people think mint and shy away, but agastache are not aggressive like your herb mints. So we don't want to scare anyone off.
Right here, again, we've got a little bit of balance happening. Actually, the perennial in this that I really wanted to talk about is this Kahori dianthus. It's been blooming for about 2 months. You know, in protected houses, not heated houses, but protected houses. Right. The intensity of color is dynamic. Again, you know, it's good for people out in the country that have deer problems because dianthus are more deer resistant. And look at how good it looks with this little annual lobularia. This is purple stream. I think the color combination is perfect.
You have a new yarrow.
Yeah, now here we've got moonshine yarrow. And this is an old garden favorite with the silvery foliage. The reason I brought that in here is because look at how beautifully, and I wanted you to see what a yarrow flower is. Here's one that's red velvet, and I think it's going to be dynamic. So whether you need yellows or reds, there's something to choose.
And of course, variety of foliage color, but that nice fine texture that the yarrow always lends to the garden.
Whenever people want to plant ferns in the sun, I always direct them to the yarrows.
And you might also even direct them to some of the tick seeds for that fine foliage as well.
Well, and we've had Route 66 for several years, and now this year we've got a cruising series. We've got Broad Street and Main Street. This Broad Street has, and I love the yellows and oranges. I kind of gravitate to them, and so I really love the color that these are revealing. And like any other coreopsis, and you know, Route 66 has proven itself to be a dynamic bloomer. Yeah. I don't expect any less out of these. I think even though they're new and we don't know exactly yet how well they're going to bloom, I think they've probably got that same breeding in them, and they should be dynamic. So I think even in your containers, if you need to put them, because I think they're going to give you a lot of bloom power.
Excellent. Well, Cindy, in your xeric container here, you have a new yucca. Tell me about this one.
This one, you know, we're all familiar with the red yucca that sends their long, beautiful spires out. This one is actually going to be a yellow, and I wish it was revealing itself, but you can see the lighter color even in the intensity of the bloom head. And it looks so beautiful. The architecture behind the yuccas, I recommend them all the time for pots because people want evergreens. Yeah. And it lends itself to such amazing architecture.
Absolutely. Speaking of architecture, behind us you have a new crabapple. Makes a lovely backdrop for us, but it also has a really unique shape to it.
I believe as it matures out, it'll develop that rounded crabapple look, but right now we've got the more columnar look. This one is Royal Raindrops, and it is a royal crabapple. It's got beautiful flower color. The buds are intense pink, and then the flowers open up to a lighter pink. And then the foliage has that burgundy cast to it that I just adore.
What a winning combination.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for coming out.